Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a massive shift in how we think about workplace training. We're talking about moving away from those old, slow, classroom-style methods to something way faster, way smarter, and yeah, it's probably in your pocket right now. So let's get into what this learning revolution is all about.
You know that feeling, right? We've all been there. You're on the floor with a customer, you're in the middle of a big presentation, or you're trying to fix something, and you need that one piece of information, like, immediately. But the answer's buried in some dusty manual or was part of a training you took 6 months ago. That moment of frustration, that's exactly the problem we're solving today.
So think about the old way of doing things. It was all just-in-case training. You'd sit in a conference room for a day trying to absorb all this information you might need someday. But today's world moves too fast for that. We need answers on demand, right in the middle of what we're doing. We don't need just-in-case. We need just-in-time. So how do we get there?
Well, the answer starts with a really powerful concept, just-in-time training. Let's break down what that actually means.
And here it is, the core idea. Instead of overloading you with tons of information you might need later, just-in-time training, or JIT, gives you the exact nugget of info you need right in the moment you need it. And what's so brilliant about this is that it totally beats the forgetting curve. You know how we naturally forget stuff we don't use? Well, by learning something and then immediately applying it, that knowledge sticks. It just locks right in.
I love this analogy because it's so true. It's not about cheating, obviously. It's about having instant expert backup right when you need it. Just imagine facing a tricky problem and being able to pull up a quick 2-minute guide that just walks you right through it. That's the kind of power we're talking about here.
Now, what's really fascinating is that this idea isn't brand new. It actually comes from Toyota's super efficient manufacturing process. Their whole system was built on getting the right car parts to the assembly line at the exact moment they were needed. It cut down on waste and made everything run smoother. Well, in our world, the parts are just these little, crucial pieces of knowledge delivered with that same incredible precision.
So if just-in-time is the concept, what's the engine that actually makes it go in today's world? The answer, of course, is the technology we all carry around with us every single day.
Just look at this number for a second. 80%. That is the estimated chunk of the global workforce that is deskless. That's 4 out of every 5 workers. They're not sitting at a computer all day. They're on construction sites, in hospitals, in retail stores, out in the field. So, old-school computer-based training, it just doesn't work for them. But you know what does reach them? Their phone.
And now look at this. Nearly every single adult under 50 owns a smartphone. It's become almost universal. We already use our phones for everything else in our lives, from navigating a new city to ordering dinner. So using them for critical on-the-job information isn't a stretch. It's just the next logical step. It's all about meeting your people where they already are. So when you put all the pieces together, the mobile advantage is just crystal clear. The devices are already everywhere. Our expectations have changed. We want 24/7 instant access to info, and mobile is the absolute perfect vehicle for delivering micro-learning, those short, focused 2 to 5 minute bits of knowledge that really are the heart and soul of just-in-time training.
Okay, so the theory sounds really good, but what actually happens when companies put this into practice? What are the real, tangible results?
Well, the impact is pretty huge across the board, but I want you to look at that number tied to retention. We're talking about an improvement of around 50%. Think about that for a second. By learning something right when you need it, you are so much more likely to actually remember it. That's a massive, massive difference in how effective your training can be.
Let's make this super practical. Imagine you work in retail. A brand new smartwatch just launched. Instead of that long, boring seminar from a month ago, you get a little notification on your phone with the 2-minute video highlighting its key features. You watch it on your break, and boom, you are completely ready to help the very first customer who walks in and asks about it.
Or how about this one? A sales rep is literally in the parking lot, just about to walk into a really big client meeting. They pull out their phone, quickly scan a 1-page summary on a competitor's latest move, and then they walk in feeling sharp, prepared, and confident. That's the kind of agility that closes deals.
And in some fields, this stuff is just absolutely critical. A nurse can use a hospital tablet to quickly double-check the protocol for a new piece of equipment right there at the patient's bedside. This isn't just about being more efficient. It's about ensuring accuracy and safety when it truly matters the most.
All right, so you've seen the why. Now let's talk about the how. How can a team or an organization actually build a successful mobile just-in-time training program?
It really boils down to this 5-step game plan. First, you've got to bake the learning right into the daily workflow, so it doesn't feel like a separate chore. Second, the content has to be bite-sized. No one's watching a 30-minute video on their phone. Think one problem, one quick solution. Third, the tech has to be dead simple. If it's clunky or hard to navigate, people just won't use it. Fourth, and this is a big one, the information has to be kept fresh and relevant. Outdated info is worse than no info at all. And finally, number 5, you need to foster a culture that actually supports this, where looking something up on the fly is seen as being resourceful, not unprepared.
When you strip it all down, this whole thing is about one simple but incredibly powerful idea: empowerment. It's about empowering your team to learn at the speed of need and giving them the tools and the trust to solve problems on their own.
And that really just leaves us with one final question for you to chew on. In a world that's moving faster every single day, is your company's training strategy an accelerator or is it an anchor? Thanks for joining me for this explainer.